Hi, and thank you for joining my channel Inspired by Cyndi. Join me for a 40-minute full-body Pilates sculpting session. This is your complete low-impact total body workout. So I suggest you grab your mat, roll it out, and I'll see you on the floor. Okay, let's find a spot, get settled, grab your hand weights, and let's get started. So I'm going to stand in the middle of the mat, taking a deep breath in. Starting to warm up the shoulder blades. Grow that inch taller as you reach up to the sky. Draw that belly button towards the back of the spine. Keep your hips square, knees slightly bent. Now we're going to go straight into spinal roll down. So tuck that chin in, give your neck a stretch, and slowly peel down vertebrae by vertebrae, bone by bone. Peel up. Use the weight to open up your shoulder blades as you come down. Feel the lengthening in the back of the legs. Feel the lengthening in the lower back. Great way to start the day. Great way to start a sequence of exercises. Today we'll take it nice and slow. There'll be some breaks. You can lose the weights whenever you like. So roll those shoulders back, shake it out, pedal it out. Let's go into bicep marching knee raises. So we're going to curl up as we raise one knee. So you're going to work on your balance and control. So warming up the biceps, we slowly raise one knee and then bring it down. And we alternate. Squeeze the biceps, keep the feet flexed, bring that knee as close to the chest as possible, and keep it steady. Chin up, shoulders back. Draw that belly button towards the spine. Engage the core throughout the entire exercise. As you alternate, you might want to bring your knees up a little bit further. Keep those feet flexed. And march it out. Okay, that's your warm-up. Moving on. We're going to raise and then push forward as we extend that leg. So hips are square. Alternate the knees. Bring that in, push it away, bring it back in, and lower it down. Shift your body weight from left to right ever so slightly. Now as you kick your foot out in front, try to raise the knees up a little bit further. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs as you kick forward. It's almost like a leg press. You're working the front of your shoulders, your anterior deltoids, as you push forward. You're also working your chest. Definitely your balance. And when you finish your set, just shake it out. Recenter yourself. Now I'm going to raise the knee, extend and push it forward, and then work on the balance as you squeeze your scapula and extend the back leg. That's it. And then come down. You don't have to come up too high. So we bring the knee into the chest, push it forward, bring it back in, and slowly extend the arms and extend the legs as you hinge forward, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Each time you go into that balance, lift the leg up a little bit more, hinge a little bit more. Push it forward, get that leg up a little bit more. Bring it in and slowly hinge it forward. As you get comfortable, you may decide that you want to point your toes. Completely up to you. We're aiming for that perfect letter T. So raise the knee, push, bring it in, shift the weight back and shift the weight forward like a human hinge. Squeeze and lift. Keep it going. So we bring it up. We push it forward nice and slow. You might want to exhale here. Bring it in and inhale. Exhale as you push it back. Hips are square. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then come down. That's it. Shake it out if you need to. Over on the other side. Nice and slow. Bring that knee up to the chest. Extend. Bring it in and slowly shift it back. You work at your own pace. We're after the balance here. So you're working stability, balance, mobility, and strength. Good job. You might want to peel down, just lengthening the lower back and peeling it up. I'm doing a standing camel stretch here, just loosening my back, rolling out my shoulder blades. Getting ready for the next exercise. Okay, here we go. We're moving on. We're going to hinge forward as your hands are behind your back. So really squeeze your shoulder blades. Don't let your belly drop as you lean forward. Pretend someone's grabbed you by your hips and pulling you in one direction, and someone's pulling you from the crown of your head. As you come down, you'll feel that really nice stretch of the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Keep your knees slightly soft. And work on that hip hinge movement. From here, we're adding on, you're going to slowly overhead reach and then come back up. Engage the core. Hinge, feel the stretch. Bring the arms around. Just as high as your ear, don't go past that. Again, hinge, feel the stretch, lengthen, then work it forward. It's challenging with the weights. You can lose these weights, like I said, at any time. Okay, shake it out, let's go. Now, what would our workout be without some squats? So you can take your legs out wide on a diagonal. Your toes and your knees will always face the same direction. Hands overhead as you squat down. It's just like you're sitting back on a chair. Let's start folding. We've done the hinge and we need to fold the knees. We've done the reach, so we're really just combining what we've already done. To check if you're doing this properly, you can always peel your toes off the mat. But the most important thing is making sure your knees and your toes are facing the right direction and you're reaching forward as you come down. Squeeze your glutes, start firing them up. Doing a lot of shoulder work. Now when you're ready, hold it down, walk your hands forward. Here we go into opposite arm, opposite leg reach. So holding on to one weight. I extend one leg up, drop my hip down and extend the other arm. I'm going to add some arm extensions to this. I really pull it back and I reach forward, keeping it steady. So we're moving in a balance. Pick up your belly. Lengthen the legs, reach. Make sure your shoulders, your elbows and wrists are stacked. And let's take it over to the other side. But don't do too many of these. You want to power through it. So extend the opposite leg, extend the arm. Keep that leg straight. Keep the hips square. And I want you to reach forward. You can see how my chin isn't tucked into my chest. Long neck. Excellent, bring it down. Stretch it out if you need to. Child's pose is the best one for this. Push your armpits down into the ground. Now I'm going to introduce you to a cat curl into half a plank. So I roll forward into a perfect diagonal. Then I sway my back and go back into child's pose. So nice C curvature into a diagonal. Sway my back as I push back. And again, tuck that chin in into a half plank. Sway your back as I go back. This is a really nice stretch. An active stretch we call this. But this is in preparation to the next exercise. From here, shoulders, elbows, wrists in alignment. Hips and knees are stacked. Draw that belly button towards the spine. You're a perfect table. We'll start doing shoulder blade press or scapular press, where I'm not bending my elbows. My shoulder blades are contracting and then protracting. Just warming up the rhomboids. Now, here we go. Picking up your weight. Back to opposite leg, and we raise the opposite arm. We will tap the toe and the fingertips fully extended. So we work from our shoulders and we work from our hip. Nice and strong. Give me a few more. When you're ready, we want to hold it up. Keep the arm extended, just like you're placing a hand on the table. And let's do some leg curls. Keep that leg up. Squeeze the glutes, work your hamstrings. Work on the balance, probably the most difficult part of this, to be balanced and have a moving body part. Lengthen, pick up the hands, don't let it droop, lose the weight if you need to. Great, bring it down, stretch it out, wiggle it out, curl it round before we take it on to the other side. Reset. Pick up the weight, opposite arm, opposite leg, and let's tap. Now we're not swinging, it's a lift and it's a lower. Really reach, really lengthen. Keep those toes pointed, neck long. Nice and controlled. Come on, let's work the glutes. Get ready for your leg curls. So hold it up. Now you'll notice that my arm does not move. No part of my body is moving but my knee joint. Extend and reach. Really curl it. Feel the firing up in the hamstrings. Keep your knee up, activating your glutes. Drawing your belly button. Let's activate the core. Everything is working. Stretch it out really quickly if you need to. Now we did the cat curl with a half plank. This time we're cat cameling into a half plank, then straight into a tricep dip. So make sure your elbows are gliding alongside your body. Find the perfect diagonal, then lower. That's it. Might take a little bit of getting used to, but make sure there's a nice big C curvature there. Shoulders are stacked. Bring it down and push it back. And again, curl. So there's your stretch. And here comes the strength. Let's move on. Donkey kick. What you're going to do is actually place the weights right underneath the back of your legs. You'll see this is quite challenging, just the balancing portion, which means that you have to squeeze to make sure the weights do not fall off your leg. So point the toes and bring it up. And we kick it up and we bring it down. Get your heels as close to your bottom as possible. You're on your elbows, you can do this up on your palms. Keep it controlled, bring that knee in. Don't kick it up too high, but feel the contraction. I want you to hold it there now and pulse. We don't do this for long, so push through it and then come down. Let's flip over to the other side. Donkey kick, let's go, bring it up. Heel as close to your bottom as possible. Get rid of the swing, it's a lift. Make sure your shoulders and elbows are stacked. Draw that belly button in. And when you've had enough of these, you can go straight into your pulse if you like. Keep it steady, get rid of the kick. Now hold it up and pulse. Let's feel the burn. The burn here you'll feel in your hamstrings and definitely your glutes. And lower it down. Good job. We don't do too many repetitions, but we do a lot of everything. So get rid of those weights And let's reset. Up on your knees. Pick up the weights if you like, or no weights, completely up to you. Draw your belly button in, grow tall. Hands out in front as we fall back. Now when I fall back, I'm a complete straight line. I'm not curving. I'm not swaying my back one way. I'm not cat curling at the other. I'm working from my hinge from my knees. You'll feel this in your core and definitely the front of the legs. What a great stretch. The strength in the arms. Stretch it out, then come back down. Let's move on. Holding on to the weights if you like. Roll ups, extend the hands out in front. I want you to peel down, hands overhead as you come up. Engage the core as you come up. Roll-ups are my favorite. I find them very effective, probably about 30% more effective than a normal crunch. So don't use the weight in your hands to pull you up. Use your hands as a guide. As you reach overhead, tuck your chin in. Peel your shoulders off the mat, dig your lower back into the ground and use your hips to bring you up. This is a real challenging exercise. It challenges the strength in your core. Get rid of the swing. Your legs will lift and that's okay. Just place your hands underneath your legs to get you up. Lose the weights if it's too much. There's always variation. Try not to pull up from your neck. Bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lean into this challenge. Now let's do a seated hinge. Legs out a little bit more. Place the weights towards your chest or lose the weights. Nice straight back, so we've stacked the spine. As we lower it down, anchor your feet. Chin up. Use the weight as a challenge. Come down lower if you can. Find the perfect V. Use your core to help you come up. Your core's like a natural brake. It will stop you from falling back and control you as you come up. Just a few more of these. That's it. And we're moving on. We're actually adding on. So drop back into that perfect hinge, that perfect V. As you lower it back, I want you to open your arms. Bring it back to the chest and hinge yourself up. So lower it down, open it up, bring it back in and hinge it up. Anchor your feet, knees are pointing up to the sky. Good job, okay. Release the weights. Let's stretch it out a bit. Seated cat camel stretch. So stack the spine. Always my go-to. Okay, let's move on. Let's go into a chest press. So stack the spine. Hands out in front. And just reach forward and back. Squeeze the scapula, squeeze the shoulder blades. Really reach it forward. Engage your core, get rid of the sway in the back, lengthen your spine, grow that little bit taller. Alright, keep the arms extended as you slowly do half a roll. Shoulder blades do not touch the ground as you come up. So slowly peel it down only halfway, boom, and then come up. Again. Glide down. You can place your hands on your thighs if you like and then peel it up. Challenge your core. Don't put any strain on your neck and then come up. Now if you feel like you need to come all the way down, do so, but that's another exercise. We're reinforcing the hinge exercises that we've done and we're incorporating it with a curl up or a roll up. Keep the arms straight. Use the strength in your core to help you up. Use your weights to strengthen your shoulders and keep you steady. Okay, take a deep breath in. Now we're going to do full roll-ups. So staying in your same position, peel all the way down, hands overhead. We've done this before. And peel up and reach forward. That's it. Bone by bone. Can't tell you how important articulation the spine is. We want mobility here. I want you to feel every bone peel down the mat and then every bone peeling off the mat. Like I said earlier, if you're finding it hard to come up, place your hands underneath the back of your legs, your hamstrings, to help you come up. Muscle memory is a beautiful thing. Once you do this a couple of times, you'll be able to do it really with a beautiful flow. Now, watching this video, don't give up the first time. The first time is just to see what it's about. Second try will bring in some memory, muscle memory and muscle patterning. Third time you'll decide if you love Pilates or not. But I suggest 3 times is the go. So peel it up, you're almost there, good work. Full combination there, a roll up with upper body strength. So hold on to one weight, bring it towards the chest. And I want you to lift one leg up and then the other, holding a V. Now you can just hold the V, or you can join me by adding some toe taps. Pick up the spine, so don't let the lower lumbar curve. Point those toes, bring those knees in, chin up. You can lose the weight and place your hands behind if you need to. You only have a few more to go. Don't hold your breath. Breathe through this. Lean forward in the face of challenge. Then before you know it, it's done. So place both feet down. And now let's do some spinal twists. Seated obliques. And we tap, tap. Come down as far as you can. Rotation of the spine is something we don't do very often. So we're incorporating a twist, activating your obliques, and adding a really healthy spinal twist. Both hips are on the ground, and when you're done, restack the spine. Now let's go back to the V seat. If you can, peel both feet off the mat and twist. If not, go back to both feet planted. Completely up to you. This is a little bit more challenging. Remember to pick up the feet, bring the knees in closer. If you can, twist more. Try to get those elbows down to the ground. Take a deep breath in, lower your feet when you're done, stack the spine to stretch it out. From here, I want you to open up the knees, sole to sole. So the soles of your feet are together, pressed together. Hands out in front, and I slowly would like you to peel down. So we did roll-ups with knees up. Now we're doing roll-ups eventually with your knees open. We're going to start off though with a diamond pulse. Bring your arms out to the side, almost like doing hundreds. Peel your shoulders off the mat. Keep your knees out wide, soles to sole together. Reach, pulse. Dig your lower back into the mat. Feel the burn in the core while your knees are open wide. Press the soles of your feet harder. Now extend both feet up to the ceiling and then pulse again. Point and lengthen, reach a bit further. Dig your lower back a little bit more. Draw that belly button towards the spine. Chin up, shoulders up. Extend the legs. Breathe through this. You're almost there. Lose the weights if you need to. And then slowly lower it down, bend the knees. Open back into your diamond. And toe and heel tap. Give yourself a break. Start warming up the calves and your Achilles. Keep those knees out wide. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the neck. Focus on drawing that belly button towards the spine. Give me a few more, and when you're done, bring those knees into the chest in the diamond. Place your hands behind your head, curl up. I want your elbows to touch your knees. So we're doing a double crunch in a diamond. So curl up, tap, and then fully extend. Come up, tap, elbow to knee, and extend. Try not to lower your head down on the mat, engage that core. Feel the burn, the steam should be coming up from your core. Feel your quads burning, your knees, open them up. Point harder, reach further. Excellent. Lower the shoulders, close the knees. Now we're going to do some hammer curls. Lock your elbows down onto the ground and give me splits. So the air splits from a tabletop and separate them. Hold that hammer curl as you do that. Engage your core. Work on your mind and body coordination. This will take a little bit of time. So one leg stretches out along the ground and the other one shoots up to the sky. You will find that one leg will lower a little bit lower than the other. One side will always be a little bit more flexible. We're working on hips today as well. So you'll find throughout the class you will get a little bit more mobility in the hips. We've done hinges. Now it's time to work on the coordination. When you're done, place your weights on the ground. Now you're going to do those air splits with a curl. So curl and split, you reach it forward. So curl up, give it a split, no hand weights. So peel it up. Excellent. So look at this, a bit of balance, a bit of coordination, definitely strength, core work to its max. You're stretching as you do this. You're engaging your core as you peel up. As you reach, you come up a little bit further, so you're opening up your scapula. Point a little bit harder. We want long, lean muscles. Don't forget to finish in the tabletop position. Hips are stacked when you go into that tabletop. Now, here we go. Keep your shoulders up, and here we go with scissors. So holding onto the calf, bring that leg close to the chest as you switch. The upper body is not moving, just the legs. Doing the air splits has helped us stretch our inner thighs, so pull it in. Pull. Feel the back of the legs, a nice stretch there along the hamstrings. When you're done, tuck the knees in and relax. Bring the legs back into tabletop, holding on to the weights in your hammer curl position. Now you'll actually extend the arms and extend the legs as you peel up. Hammer curl it down and then bring it up. Hammer curl it down and then bring it up. Full extension, everything extends and then everything curls back. That's it. As you extend, you're contracting. Reach. Now you can do this with your head on the mat if you're finding that you're straining way too much, okay? And that would just come with practice. Tuck the knees in, roll it around, and then reset. Pull one knee in, extend the other. Really pull that knee into the shoulder. I want that full knee stretch. The other leg will lift and it will lower. Draw the belly button towards the mat. Anchor your shoulders if you can, lengthen your neck. Get rid of the swing. It's a lift and it's fully controlled as it comes down. Now, if you like, you can add on. As you lift it up, you take it out to the side, so you will lower, you will lift, take it out to the side and bring it back in. So lower, control, lift, take it out to the side, then bring it in. Lower, lift to 12 o'clock. Open up that hip and bring it back in. Make sure you're pulling that other knee into the chest to help with your balance. Let's take it over to the other side. Pull that knee in, give it a nice big stretch and lower and lift. Now you can choose to stay with this one exercise, or as we go along, you can join with the side movement. So when you lift to 12 o'clock, you'll take it out to the side and then bring it back to 12 o'clock. Lower, control, engage your core. Now your core is doing a whole lot of hard work here. It's trying to stop you from falling and flipping over. Anchor your hips. You do not roll with that leg as it goes out to the side. Resist. A few more of these and you should feel really good. When you're done, bring both knees in and open up the knees, pull them into the chest, giving yourself a nice inner thigh stretch. Rock it side to side if you need to. And keep that belly button drawn in. Okie dokie, here we go. Grab your weights, sit up, bring those knees up. Stack your spine, neck long, picking up one weight. Get into that tabletop position for me, stack the hips. Now I'm going to ask you, if you can, place that weight on your shins. So you need to squeeze your legs together so they don't fall through, so the weight doesn't fall through your legs. You need that perfect tabletop position so the weight doesn't shift forward or land on your tummy. So let's go for basic curls. Peel it up and bring it down. Elbows are out, engage the core. Make sure there's a gap between your chin and your chest. The size of an apple would be suffice. Point the toes. Make sure your knees and your hips are stacked. Excellent. Good job. Now we need to add on. You've got the balance portion ready. Place your hands by your side. Peel up, extend your fingers, and let's do hundreds. I want you to reach a little bit further. I want you to peel up a little bit more. If your neck gets sore, place your hand behind your head just to support your head. I want you to point more. I want you to curl more. I want you to scoop that belly button more. You work from your shoulders, not from your wrists. You're almost there. Breathe through this. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. To the end. Hold it and then peel down. Bring your knees in. Now keep that weight on your leg. Here's a bit of a challenge for you. Curl up, and as you hold that curl, I want you to extend that leg, all those legs, into a perfect diagonal. So bring those knees in and then extend. You need to squeeze your legs together. Lock your knees in. Engage your core. Work on that hinge. If your neck gets sore, just place your head down onto the mat. You'll feel it in your lower abs. Get a full extension. You're almost there. When you're ready, place your shoulders down and remove that weight. Oh, let's give ourselves a stretch. Roll up, a nice spinal twist. When you do a spinal twist, make sure you stack that spine. Really rotate round like you're a wet towel. Now let's go back into that position. This time you're going to place weights just underneath your belly. Fingertips facing your bottom. We're going to go into crab lift. Now weights are optional here. Stack your shoulders, wrists, squeeze your shoulder blades back. This is a great exercise for posture. Extend one leg, and I want you to do some small pulses. So lift and raise ever so slightly. Keep the shoulders stacked above your wrists. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Now if you choose not to do the lifting exercise, keep both feet down and just hold that postural exercise. So lift, push the ground away, extend the other leg if you can, and just lift and come down ever so slight. Chin up, look at the horizon. Push the ground away. And when you're ready and you're done and you've had enough, slowly lower. Remove the weights and just stretch it out. Here we're going to roll like a ball. I want you to try your best to roll to stand. So nice C curvature of the spine. And when you're ready, come up into a standing position, and that might take some practice, but you can do it. Take a couple of deep breaths in and we're moving on. Roll down, give yourself a stretch, and when you do that, I want you to take a big step back. Palm to palm, bring the palm to your heart. You're in a high lung position and I want you to sink into the center. Now this is optional. Calf raises in a high lunge position. Lift, center yourself. Chin up. Draw that belly button in. Sink in a little bit more. Load up the front leg. When you're ready, hinge it down, place your hands on the ground, feet together, and slowly peel up. Okay, we got it? So peel down vertebrae by vertebrae. Place hands on the mat. Take a big step back, the other leg goes back. Palm to palm. Use the strength in your hinge to peel you up. Sink in a little bit more. Lift the heel up at the front and lower it, calf raises. Sink down a little bit more if you can, but we will do another set of these. So chin up. Press the palms together. Load up that front leg. You'll feel the burning in your glutes. When you're ready, hinge down, palms down. Bring the other leg in and slowly peel up. Now let's do this together. Peel down. Palms onto the mat. Big step back into a high lunge position. Palm to palm as you hinge up. Bring the palm close to the heart, sink into the center. You can reposition yourself. Lift the heel up if you can. Make sure the back heel is up nice and high. Center yourself, load up the front leg. Chin up, chest up. Center yourself. Sink in a little bit more if you can. Hinge it forward, place your hands on the ground, both legs together, and peel it up. Let's do the other leg. Let's put all your effort into this. Big step back, further than you did the first time. Anchor yourself, palm to palm. Hinge yourself up, palm to chest, sink a little bit further down. And rise, come up a little bit higher, sink down a little bit more. Open the chest a little bit more, squeeze your shoulder blades, chin up. Load up that front leg. Challenging. Even if you held that heel up without dropping it down, you can do that as well. Hinge it forward, palms down the ground. Now take that leg back into a plank. Draw that belly button in, please. Go into a downward dog and just stretch it out. Pedal it out, move your hips around, whatever makes you feel comfortable here. Give your calves a nice stretch. Move your hips around. They've done a fair bit of work today. Move your shoulders around. Twist, move. Find what makes you feel good here. Forget about what we've just done. Just let go. Load up the shoulders when you do that downward dog. Okay, here we go. We're going to go into a downward dog, into a plank. You literally ripple yourself out. So you go into your downward dog, come up high on toes, ripple forward into a plank. So come back, peel it forward, ripple it, go back, downward dog, load up the shoulders, unload, and then come back. Really great mobility stretch. Draw that belly button in, drill your elbows outwards to open up your shoulder blades when you go into that perfect plank. Lower yourself down. Unravel your toes. Let's do some lower back work. So we call this a baby cobra, slowly peeling off the chest and then peeling it down. But what I'm going to introduce is a back extension into hundreds. So when you peel up, I want you to dig your hips into the ground. Only come up as far as you feel comfortable. This time, I want your arms to come off the mat, extend them forward. Swim back like you're Superman, palms down. Hold that position. If you like, then join me for hundreds as you pulse down. Otherwise, just hold that contraction. Bend the elbows and then come back down. Let's do it again. Dig your hips into the mat. Lift. Feel the extension of the lower back. Reach it forward. Then squeeze your scapula as you do a reverse 100s. Control that movement. Palms are down. Hips are square. Open up the chest. Great for posture. Bend your elbows and then come back down. What a workout. When you're ready, I want you to peel up. Go into child's pose, open up the knees, push your armpits down to the ground. Really release any tension in the back, any tension in the hips. Knees feel good. Push your armpits down to the ground. Roll it forward. And then tuck that chin back and push it back. Let's go, roll it forward. Nice big cat C, curvature of the spine. This time sway your back and then push back. It's probably my favorite stretch. Roll it forward. Sway your back, so I don't want you in that perfect diagonal. And again. Bring your hands to your knees. Sitting up, take a deep breath in, stack your spine, give gratitude. Thank you for joining. It was a great workout. When you're ready, curl your toes under and stand up. Hope you enjoyed that workout. You can do that with or without weights. It's as you wish. But keep it steady. Go back. Pick your numbers. Pick your favorite exercise. Pick your challenging exercises. And continually work through it. The challenge is guaranteed.